The Skinwalker Ranch. Why did the U.S. government secretly study a single ranch for decades? The Uinta Basin in northeastern Utah is remote high desert country, sparse, quiet, and mostly empty. The ranch that would become known as Skinwalker Ranch was settled in the 19th century and changed hands several times. Local Ute tribal tradition holds that the area has long been associated with supernatural activity. The term skinwalker refers to a malevolent shape-shifting entity in Navajo and related traditions. By the time the Sherman family purchased the ranch in 1994, local ranchers had a long-standing practice of avoiding the area after dark. The Sherman family moved onto the ranch in 1994 with high hopes. What happened over the next 2 years drove them off the property. They reported mutilated cattle with no tracks, no blood, and no signs of predator activity. They reported cattle disappearing entirely. They reported poltergeist-like activity inside the farmhouse, objects moved, voices were heard, electronics failed. They reported a large, wolf-like creature that several family members shot at repeatedly with no apparent effect. And they reported lights, structured, intelligently moving lights in the sky that did not behave like any aircraft. In 1996, billionaire aerospace entrepreneur Robert Bigelow purchased the ranch from the Shermans and established the National Institute for Discovery Science to investigate scientifically. Bigelow deployed a permanent team of scientists, including physicists, biologists, and veterinarians, to live on the property and document phenomena. What the team reported over the following years was unusual. Continued cattle mutilations with anomalous characteristics, unexplained lights, one observation of a large, invisible creature that left physical traces, and an event where a researcher saw a poltergeist-like disturbance in broad daylight. In 2007, a program called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program was secretly established within the U.S. Department of Defense, allocated $22 million, and run by a Pentagon official named Luis Elizondo. The program investigated UFO encounters by military personnel, but also reportedly investigated sites of anomalous activity, including Skinwalker Ranch, which Bigelow's aerospace company was contracted to study. When the program's existence was revealed in 2017, it confirmed that the U.S. government had spent over a decade officially taking the phenomena at Skinwalker Ranch seriously enough to fund multi-million-dollar research. The phenomena reported at Skinwalker Ranch defy simple categorization. Cattle mutilations with surgical precision and no blood or tracks occur at multiple ranches worldwide, but cluster in certain areas. The lights and craft reported are consistent with UFO reports globally. The poltergeist-like activity is consistent with other reported poltergeist cases. The wolf-like creatures are consistent with other large cryptid reports. What is unusual about Skinwalker Ranch is that all of these categories of phenomena appear to occur at one location at much higher frequency than elsewhere. This clustering has itself been the subject of scientific attention. Skeptical explanations for the Skinwalker Ranch phenomena include hoaxing by the Sherman family for financial gain. The Bigelow sale was reportedly lucrative. Investigator bias and expectation effects among the scientific team. Unusual geological features that might explain some electromagnetic anomalies, and the area's history as a documented cattle mutilation region with mundane explanations like predator activity and natural decomposition. None of these explanations adequately accounts for all the reported phenomena, particularly the footage and physical evidence documented by Bigelow's team and subsequent investigators. The most significant recent development at Skinwalker Ranch was in 2021, when a team conducting ground-penetrating radar surveys over an anomalous mound on the property detected what appeared to be a large tunnel or structure underground at a depth inconsistent with natural geological formation. The discovery was filmed and broadcast on the History Channel series. The anomaly has not been excavated or definitively characterized. It represents the kind of physical evidence, something that can be measured, mapped, and potentially dug up, that could transform the investigation from anecdotal to empirical. Whether Skinwalker Ranch is a genuine nexus of paranormal activity, an elaborate multi-decade hoax, a location where unusual geological and electromagnetic conditions produce unusual perceptual experiences, or something that does not fit any of our current categories, is genuinely unknown. What is not in dispute is that two private billionaires and the United States Department of Defense have spent collectively tens of millions of dollars investigating it. Whatever is happening there, or whatever people believe is happening there, it was taken seriously enough to attract serious money and serious science. That fact alone is worth a question mark.